Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Brennan Young with Odyssey Trek Channel, and today we're going to find out if the Escapists 2 is worth a buy for your Nintendo Switch. The first Escapist game, if you're wondering, came out back in 2015 on basically every platform. You could get it on your phone, you could get it on tablets obviously along with that, you could get it on PC, consoles, basically everything. It was available. So about 2 years later, in August of 2017, the Escapists 2 came out on console and Steam on the PC, and now it makes its way to the Nintendo Switch. So let's talk about the basic principles of this game. This game basically has a really simple idea for it. You're an inmate in a prison and you're trying to escape by pretty much any means necessary. With that being said, freedom is a strong point in this game. It's one of those games that kind of gives you multiple options to get to the same goal. But then again, with that being said, there are rules. There are rules in this game. You have to attend roll call every day. There's shower time every day. There's meals every day. And you have to be there or the guards are going to know that something is up in the prison because you're not there for those events. And obviously, it's a pretty strict territory that you're in. They know where you're supposed to be. They know where you are. And so anything that'll tip them off is obviously not in your favor. So like I said, you have to attend all these events while you're trying to figure out how to escape the prison. And while there's multiple ways to escape the prison, it's kind of a lot going on. You have to make sure that you're on time for everything that you have to do, but you also have to be thinking about how you want to escape the prison, in which way is going to be the easiest to you, which way seems the fastest to you. One of the biggest things that I like about this game is that it's not super flashy. They obviously didn't spend the majority of their time making the character models look really well or the environment that you're in very well, and that is good for a game like this because it gives them the opportunity to focus on more important things like the gameplay, how the controls are laid out, how everything plays as far as that is, and level design. That opens up more opportunity for them to focus on that thing, what the game's really about, rather than how the game looks and it presents itself. And the game does present itself in a really well way. Those 8-bit characters look good and it's simple. A side note on that, whenever you get into the game and you have to play the tutorial at the beginning, I like how it had a story to it. There was a little story there, from beginning to end of how this guy escaped the prison. I like how they took the time to make a tiny little story out of this guy that escaped the prison, how he was on a beach when you first saw him, and then he walks you through on how he escaped, but it's really a tutorial on how you are going to play the game, and then at the end he gets found on the beach, and it just kind of makes for pretty cool. Not a lot of games have an actual story for their tutorial. There might be kind of like a beginning to end, or maybe it's like the intro to the main story of the whole game or something, and it was kind of cool to be able to see them have a little just side story that they created for it. It's unique. I will say this is one of the few Nintendo Switch games where I was 100% comfortable with how the controls were laid out. Everything felt natural. I didn't even have to look up the controls very often. It all felt really good whenever I was playing it. Now, one of the biggest features to come to the Escapists 2 is the introduction of multiplayer. I was worried if they were going to bring that or not because some of the games that come ported over to the Nintendo Switch have all the features, some of them just don't. It just depends on the developer and what they do with the game and how they bring it over, and I'm glad that they decided to add multiplayer to this game. So there's two different ways of multiplayer. First of all, there's local multiplayer, which brings you and a friend into the game, but it's a little bit different. It's completely separate from the actual main game that you would play on your own. It's set up a little bit differently. So first of all, it's a race against time. You're playing against the person next to you, trying to figure out who can get out of the prison the fastest. This mode also is only 1 day long. You only get 1 day in the prison to figure out how to escape. There's no routines, there's no going to meals, there's no going to shower time, there's no exercise time, no work, nothing like that. You don't have to worry about that, which is why I think there is that time restriction. Vendors that walk around, they're like the other inmates that sell stuff to you that you can use to help break out of the prison. They give that stuff away for free. It's not, you don't have to purchase it, you don't have to earn coins or anything to purchase them in the game. And lastly, the cell doors do not lock at night. Then there's also 4-player online multiplayer, which you can play in the versus mode that we just talked about, where everybody kind of races against time to see who can get out of the prison the fastest, or you can all co-op together and try and break out together the fastest you can. So at $20 in the Nintendo eShop, I would definitely say this game is worth an addition to your Nintendo Switch library. They justify that $20 price pretty well. If you're a person that likes puzzle games, if you're a person that likes to use your brain when you're playing games, this is definitely a game for you because it's all about thinking. There's a lot of thinking that goes into this game on how you escape the prison. There's a lot of different ways to do it, and it's definitely got a really high replay value. Alright guys, those are my thoughts on the Escapists 2 for the Nintendo Switch. If you like this video, drop a like down below, please. Share not only my content, but every YouTuber's content. We're all out in this world together, just trying to make it work, and I am happy to be a part of it. And don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content.